Alright, hey guys, Jack here from Peach Guitars and welcome to another installment of Face Off, a brand new video series where we take a stunning example of classic great guitars that we all know and love and pit them against some very worthy contenders that you may not have heard of or considered before if you're looking in this kind of field. And generally we find that some of these substitutes may actually serve your own purposes a little bit better than the originals you were thinking of. So let's hope that's the case and that you get something out of this video today. Face Off. We're going to be stacking up one of the all-time classics, a great example of a Gibson Les Paul. We've got one of the new 60th anniversary custom shop Les Pauls in a gorgeous lemon finish. And we're putting that up against, from Paul Reed Smith Guitars, one of their 594s. And this is one of the most exceptional 594s that we've ever had in. This is a fantastic wood library model, so it looks just as fantastic as it plays. So, just before we get started, let me run you through a few of the similarities and differences between these two great guitars. On paper, they're very similar, and that's because PRS designed this McCarty 594 model to be a very close contender to their vintage counterparts. So stuff like these Les Pauls, they've very much got the same DNA. But obviously, as you can tell from the body shape, this is a double cut as opposed to the single cut design. They do make single cut 594s, but this is what we have in stock at the moment, and to be honest, this is one of the best examples of this model. Tonally, there is going to be a bit of a difference in the body style, I would say. You get a little bit more of a clean cut, kind of a little bit more focused sound out of this 594 than you do a Les Paul. But that's also down to the electronics. So Gibson's got their custom buckers in these guitars, wound specifically for each model that they produce from the custom shop. PRS have gone with their 5815 low turn pickups, which have proven to be really dynamic and fantastic sounding low output pickups. You also have the capability to tap each of these humbuckers, which you don't on the Les Paul. Slightly different neck profile. They're both fairly hefty necks, so for PRS it's a bit of a departure. It's basically a little bit more of a vintage kind of rounded pattern than they normally go for with their pattern regular and pattern thin neck profiles that you might be familiar with. They're quite similar though between the Les Paul and this guitar. So if you're coming from a vintage school, you're going to find this very comfortable. If you're coming from more of a modern kind of school of thinking, then this is going to seem a little bit hefty to you. But that being said, it's not like a massive 58 Les Paul profile. They both just sit very comfortably in that mid-range of classic guitar neck profiles. One other advantage to the PRS is you do have their own locking tuners on this guitar, so you get a little bit more tuning stability out of the guitar as opposed to Gibson's classic Cluson style tuners. In terms of the rest of the electronics, you've both got 2 volumes and 2 tones on each guitar. Like I said before, you do have the option to tap each of these pickups, which you don't on this guitar. But just by varying the controls, as you're going to hear me do in the playing clips, you'll find a whole wealth of tones just based in the controls of these guitars, and that's really where the magic lies. So, to talk through the rig very quickly, I'm playing the Dr. Z Maz 38 amplifier with a little bit of reverb on board. And for overdrive today, I'm using from J Rocket Pedals the 45 caliber overdrive, and there's also a bit of a delay coming from the Catalin Bred Echo Rec. So, I hope you enjoy the tones you're going to hear in this video. Let's face off. Right guys, so I hope you've enjoyed this face-off episode between the Les Paul and the 594. They're two absolutely stellar guitars and I think you'd be very happy with either one. They both obviously have their own pros and cons, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video as a way of finding out what those are, and hopefully you've been able to pick a favourite for yourself. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like and comment down below. Let us know which of the two was your favourite, and also let us know which other guitars you'd like to see featured in Face-Off in the future. So if you want to find out any more info on either of these two guitars, you can do so by clicking the link down in the description box below and taking yourself to peachguitars.com, and there you'll be able to see full high-resolution images of each guitar, as well as hear each of them in a little bit more depth with the listing videos that we've shot for them individually. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. As always, stay tuned and we'll see you next time. Cheers.